Today we're talking about shaking up the status quo. We have the moon in Taurus passing by the planet Uranus, which is the planet of change, shake up, freedom, breakthroughs, breakdowns sometimes. So I'm Marina Ormes here with your Astro vibe for Tuesday, August 8th and 8/8. So we're here looking at the chart for today. And with that moon in Taurus, we are focused on grounding and the tangible and thinking about our routines, what brings stability into our lives. But what's interesting in the energies is that with that theme of stability, with the moon going through Taurus, we also, with Uranus, the outer planet Uranus in Taurus, there is nothing very stabilizing about Uranus. So we have this interesting combination of the urge, the impulse to ground, to normalize, to focus on the predictable, the routine, and at the same time, that sense of what is normal or predictable or routine being shaken up. And so change can feel very destabilizing. Sometimes we lose our ground. We don't know how to orient ourselves or what's happening. Sometimes it can be very confusing to know how to navigate when things aren't the way we expect or the way we're used to, right? But if you also can think about that as not only a situation of having a hard time finding your normal or resting in what feels comfortable or ordinary, it's also a time when we can create things differently. So in that chaos, I guess, for a better lack of a better term, in that feeling of destabilizing, of uncertainty, we can actually see that as an openness to all possibilities. So when all possibilities, when the normal or the expected or the predictable is off the table, we actually have everything open to us. And that gives us kind of like this openness or this freedom to choose what we want within that experience. And so we as human beings tend to choose what makes us feel safe, right? But this is an opportunity, what feels comfortable, right? What feels like that comfy old chair. Like, even though maybe you should try something different, that comfy old chair sure is tempting. So how can you make it fun though? How can you get inspired by the alternatives to the comfy old chair? So what is it that's showing up in your life that might be saying, hey, this is something you could try? Maybe it's not the way you've thought about things in the past, but might be worth looking at, might be worth considering. And so we have this ability to sort of choose to be open. So even when where things feel hard or rough, or we can shift our perspective. And sometimes it's hard because we don't know how to do that. But the things that can help are, the things we talk about here. So getting your feet on the ground, connecting with the earth through your senses, which is also very Taurian. So great way to ground in the experience of instability. Touching things, feeling things, connecting with the earth through your senses, going for a walk and feeling the sun or the breeze or the gentle raindrops. I love gentle raindrops. I don't know about you, but feeling the gentle, the weather, feeling the weather on your body. Hopefully it's a pleasant weather. Anyway, and if it's too hot to go outside, which has definitely been in some places recently, how else can you connect with the earth? Maybe there are some plants in your house. You can also think about food. So the food that you eat, the food that you prepare, that's another way of connecting with the earth, right? The nourishment that the earth is providing you, and love and creative inspiration that you might be able to put into preparing a meal. So these are some ways to get grounded. You might have your own practices, meditation, yoga, dancing, walking, resting, right? Whatever it is that helps you ground. And so getting grounded can help us come into that place of openness where we might see possibilities that we couldn't see previously. And just a reminder that even subtle shifts can be powerful. So it doesn't have to be everything all at once. It can actually be, oh, here's a little bit of a different way I could think about this. Or, for me this morning, it was like, yeah, I have these things going on in my life, things that demand my attention and can be stressful sometimes, but look at the amazing things I have too. Like, look at, where I am anyway, the weather is incredible. I can get my wonderful breakfast from my backyard chickens that laid eggs for me, and I'm making my breakfast, and I go outside and drink my coffee, and I can just sit, and the weather is perfect to just sit outside and just enjoy relaxing and eating my breakfast. Like, how amazing and simple is that? And so what is that for you? What are the little pleasures that you might not even be aware of, but when you tune into them, you're like, oh yeah, I really do have some things that I really appreciate about my life. And so when we focus on that, we're making a choice. We're making a choice out of that, feeling where things are unstable or chaotic. It's like, nope, I'm going to focus on this thing that I'm grateful for, this thing that feels good. Out of all of it, this is where I'm choosing to focus. And even if you can do that a little bit, it can expand, it can grow from there. So you never know what solutions might show up to the things that are, bothering you on any given day. So be open and think about what helps you ground. So that's what I've got for you for today. Shaking up the status quo also means bringing in something new, right? New normal, new solutions, shaking up, right? Sometimes there are things that don't work for us anymore. It's time to release them. So this is an opportunity to do that and create a new status quo that works even better. I'm Marina Ormes. Thank you so much for being here. You can learn more about me at astrologyheals.com. You can book time with me to get a reading from me, work with you and your chart and your own process of how you can make the most out of what is showing up for you based on the information from your own chart. Thank you so much for being here and for subscribing to this YouTube channel, which really helps support me and my work, and I deeply appreciate it. I love all your comments, and thank you. I had to just get caught up after a few days. I had a challenging week and took me a few days to get back to some of you on your comments, but I do read all of them and I love them. And thank you for sharing and for being here. If you haven't shared a comment before, maybe this is a great time to let me know how these videos are showing up for you and getting you to think about things. So thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.